Hi, I'm Stephen Milstein, one of the owners and the attorney here at Certified Title. Thanks for joining us. Today, I am here with Bruce Gordon. Bruce is with eXp Realty. Bruce, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
We are super lucky. I said in anticipation of today's conversation, Title Talk has elevated its game.
Thank you.
I've known Bruce for 30 years.
At least.
And so not only does that speak to how old we are, but what it really does is it speaks to the experience that you have in this industry. That as a real estate agent, the wisdom, the knowledge that people get when they're working with you. In that light, I think what people would love to hear from someone with as much experience as you have. What's the market like today? What's it like out there for a buyer, for a seller?
Well, definitely on the selling side, we're advising sellers to be more realistic with the prices that they're asking. It's not a few years back, and sellers still think they can get more for their homes than they're valued. So we ask them to be realistic because we are moving towards more of a buyer's market. It's still a seller's market, but buyers do have a little bit more leverage, and they are getting very picky.
Great insight. So one of the questions I like to ask, because I'm always curious how this works. So what can they do to prepare their home to sell for the best possible price? What are some of the key words of wisdom that you give? Because we're lucky to have you. People are going to get all this information for free today.
Yes.
So
my pleasure. Well, again, it's all about price, presentation, and how many people come and take a look at their house. So I come in there loaded up with comps so they know what the market will bring. And, we take a thorough inventory of their home, go through every room carefully, and help them price it properly, because it's definitely about pricing.
Great information for the seller. And I hear that a lot, because, of course, everybody thinks their house is worth millions and millions of dollars no matter what. So we've talked a little bit about critical information on the seller side. Let's flip the script a little bit. Now you're talking to someone who wants to go buy a house. Why is a buyer represented by Bruce Gordon the best contract offer that a seller is going to get?
Yeah, well, there's a million answers to that question. The first thing I do is advise them to get pre-approved. I can help them with that, being a mortgage broker for over 40 years, or I can refer them to one of my trusted lenders. So it's important to know what they qualify for, how much home they can buy, and to be realistic on their expectations. So that's the main thing.
But that's a good piece of, and it's interesting because you touched on something which, of course, I know that you've been in this industry. You were on the mortgage side for a long time. When someone's coming to you and they want to buy a house, how much influence do you have in their lending partner?
Yeah, well, basically what I do, if they come to me and they're already pre-approved, I really delve into who pre-approved them and take a look at the pre-approval they've got. And I will reach out to the loan originator before I even start showing them homes, to make sure it's a legitimate pre-approval, because people can go out now and get a pre-approval to buy a house without having their credit pulled, unbelievably so. And if I have any discomfort that they don't really qualify, I'll refer them to one of the many lenders that I use that are experienced and have access to all the products out there.
Awesome. Well, Bruce, this has been incredibly insightful. I'm grateful for your time.
And I really appreciate working with you and the whole team here at Certified Title. Very professional organization, very pleasant, great people to work with. And, I'm looking forward to, a lot of transactions ahead.
Awesome.
And thanks for having me.
I didn't tell him to say that. So
No.
get that. All right. Thanks, Bruce. Appreciate it.
Thank you.